Good morning, everybody. I keep saying good morning. It's afternoon. Sorry, I'm a minute late. Just took a little bit longer to get my Zoom, my stream set up. Just seemed to be taking forever. But I'm here. It's day 3 of my 12 days of Craftmas. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who's been watching so far. I can't believe I'm only 3 days in. It's only the 3rd project, but I already feel like I've been doing it forever. I've just realised my door's open. I'll just shut that in case anyone comes wandering around. Yeah, so I had a crafty session with my ladies at the retirement home this morning. It's a monthly thing I do. So actually, I'm not as organised as I'd like to be, but you know, if anyone who knows me knows that's like kind of typical for me. So I don't even have the sample card to show you. I couldn't find it anywhere. My room's a mess. I'm getting all in a pickle with it all because it's just crazy, and I've got a very busy day after this as well. So my head's all over the place, but I have got a really, really beautiful project to show you, and we're just gonna do it, you know, from scratch together. And what you need is a circle punch or die, some scrap paper, some white cardstock, some ink, and blending brushes. And I am actually going to be using, again, and spoiler alert, I'll be using this bundle probably at least another 2 times throughout the 12 days because it's my favourite. The Ornamental Christmas, the one that we did, the tree stamp that we used on the first day, I'm using again. And it's good to show you some different things with the same bundle as well. So thank you, Louise and Steph and Jane, who are watching. Hello, good morning, afternoon. Done it again. So yeah, have you printed out your bingo thing to tick off? I was very unsubtle yesterday, and my friend Steph told me that it was hilarious, but I actually kind of went into panic mode and just started singing something. So there's a little clue for you for if you haven't watched yesterday's video. I did a little humming for you for your entertainment. Yeah. So well, I'm not guaranteeing that it won't be so unsubtle today. Right, let's switch views, and I am going to be using I'm going back to one of my faves, Night of Navy. Going with the Night of Navy, and I wanted to actually show you because I did talk about the Night of Navy and the Secret Sea. So I used Secret Sea on day 1, and I just wanted to show you, and yesterday as well with the glitter card, but I wanted to show you the difference. So side by side, they look very different. And the Night of Navy, which always was like a lovely dark navy, actually looks quite light in comparison. But I still love it. So I am going back to Night of Navy today. So I've just cut myself a piece that I'm gonna. It's just half an A4, so I'm just going to create my card base from that, just with a score in the centre. And that's just my standard card base. And then this layer, I'm actually going to cut another layer because I want to emboss it with the 3D corrugated embossing folder. And there's a little trick, and I'll just show you while I'm getting my card. What happens with this is it shrinks. So if your corrugations are going horizontally, it shrinks it, the length, the height, or should I say. It doesn't affect the size of the width, but it shrinks the height, because if you see, it's kind of, you know, going zigzaggy. It's not flat. So you have to cut the height about 0.5 centimetre more than your layer wants to be, your finished layer. So for example, I want my finished layer to be 10 centimetres by 14.3. So I've cut it at 10 centimetres, but I've actually cut it half a centimetre longer at 14.8, so that when it runs through with the folder, it's going to just shrink to the right size, if that makes sense. So that's what I try and do. The other thing is I don't like to push it all the way in because it can move. I line the top edge of my card along the line of the first stripe on the corrugated pattern, and just be careful not to let it move, so that it's really annoying if you just get it slightly wonky because the whole card looks wonky then. So this is one where it kind of matters. So I'm just going to emboss that. And then you'll see that it's shrunk it and it's perfect size now. So just glue that on and then that bit's done. Just get some glue that works. Oh, Sarah, what's the weather like in Brisbane? Is it really hot and humid? Very lovely tropical location to watch from. And have you packed any crafting, or are you not doing much while you're away? I know you normally have a little travel bag of crafty bits. Okay, now I've got a piece of card. I am going to cut it down, but I want it big, and I've got this printer paper because I'm going to make a mask with this thin paper. It's cut to about the size of that. I've got a die, circle die, or I've got a punch. So you can use either. The die means you can get your circle in the exact place you want it more easily. The punch just means you are sort of a little bit limited as to where the circle gets punched, but we'll try the punch anyway, because you may be more likely to have a circle punch than a die, I'm not sure. So it's put the circle quite high up on the card, so now I can just use this and position a bit lower down. It doesn't matter too much because I am going to trim it down a bit, but I'm just going to put it there, and then I'm going to use some tape. I'm actually going to tape both bits down, so I'll tape my cardstock down, and I'll tape the mask down as well. I'm actually just going to take another spare bit of cardstock paper, and I'm just going to cover that. I don't think I'm going to go off the edge, but if you think you're going to get ink off the edge of your mask, then cover all your bits up. I've got my blending brush, and I've got actually even one colour ink would work, but I've got 3 colours because I'm greedy. But I'm going to start with the lighter. This is Balmy Blue, and I'm going to just really gently start building up some colour on the bottom section of this circle. So I start from the mask and go onto my card in little circles like that. So I'll just slow it down so you see what I do. Gentle circles, and I'm holding the brush near the head of the brush, so I've got more control. And then you can just sort of speed up and get a little bit more pressure as you go. But if you start light, then you can build up rather than starting too heavy and not be able to take the ink away. So I'm going to go back in with the light at the end, but I'll go and do the next colour, which is this blueberry bush. Oh, why have I got this? This is a retired ink, isn't it? Or is it not? Oh gosh, I'm so confused. Is blueberry bush or retired? That's really confusing. I have absolutely no idea. Because yeah, Anne-Marie, just so you saw your name pop up now, and you asked me if it's current, but why have I got it in my, you didn't give me that, did you? It's not retired. Oh, so I told Anne-Marie at my all dayer that this is a retired colour, so I wouldn't have the refill. So I'm really sorry, because I must have it if it's in my thing. I wonder why I thought it was retired. So yeah, I apologise for that. Did you? I know you needed it for a project, so did you use a different colour? Oh, so confused. So it's a much stronger colour, so I'm just going really gentle with that one. I'm just going to leave a little bit of white at the top for my Night of Navy. And this is my darkest one, so I'm going to just carefully build that down a little bit. I want it fairly dark at the top. I want it to look, this is going to end up looking a bit like a sky. Right. And then just what you can do is, I'm just using the same brush because they're all blues. I can use the same brush, but if you're going to go back into the light colour, this is just a cheap microfiber cloth. I always keep these in my craft room, and just give your brush a little rub on the cloth and it gets rid of most of the ink, so that now I won't contaminate my ink pad and I won't get too much of the darker colour on the underneath. So that lighter colour I can just build up a little bit more and then use that to blend, so I could get a smooth transition. So right, before I take the mask off, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to splat with some water. Well, I'm glad you managed to get a refill. Sorry about that, Anne-Marie. Clearly very confused about blueberry bushel. Right, this is just water in here. I'm just going to flick, like I did with the wing stella on day one. Flick really small little splatters of water onto that blended background. For some reason I think I've got some white ink in here, but that'll work. That will work as well. I don't want to go too mad because I don't want to really wet the paper, and I know you probably can't see very well on there, but if you leave that to dry or give it a blast with a heat tool, the longer you leave it, the more the water will react with the ink, activate it, and it kind of just lightens it where the water is, and it's a really lovely effect. I love doing that, but you want to make sure it's dry before the next step. So I'm just going to cheat and use my kitchen roll. There we go. And now I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp the tree. I'm going to create a little scene in this circle with the Night of Navy. Just get the darkest colour ink, or you can go in with black to get it really black. And then just a few trees, kind of like what we did a couple of days ago. And just get some of these trees. I'm just doing this little kind of scene there. I do feel like it does need I'm just going in with my Wink of Stella and just to add a bit of sparkle too. Kind of feel like it needs that. It doesn't hurt, does it, to add a bit of sparkle? Okay, now for the reveal. Just carefully pull that tape off. And then we'll need to just trim. I don't know what size I need it yet. Can't remember what size I cut it to. There you go. And I don't even know if I've used the same size circle as last time. So that will layer on there, but obviously I need to trim it down a little bit more. There. And you know, you can add this as well if you want to. Grab a pen of some kind, a dark pen or a silver pen, or I'll just grab my, I think I've got Night of Navy marker pen here somewhere. See if it still works. Yeah. So just going to do, you can get a ruler if you want, or just do a slightly wavy line, and then just a simple little tiny. You can do a better job than that if you want to, but you might even have a stamp or something in one of the sets. I'm sure I might have one somewhere, but it just adds a little extra something to make it look like a bauble. So yeah, I'm going to trim this down now, and let's just see what size I end up with. Just taking the same amount of the sides. Needs a little bit off. So yeah, I think that works. So let me just take a little bit more. Make that 8. Yeah, make that 8 centimeters. Oh, I haven't changed my trimmer blade back from yesterday. That's a little bit messy, isn't it? Now, have I got a little nail file or something I can use? Might have a little bit of, oh yeah, got some nail files. These are always useful to have in your craft room. The random things, I should do a post about that, shouldn't I? The random things that you find in your craft room. Yeah. So now that we are properly into December, how's everyone's Christmas plans going? Are cards made? Is shopping done? I can't even remember what stage I was at this time last Christmas, but probably not organised, because I never am. But I'll tell you, I have done some Christmas shopping, which is actually unusual for me for this stage in December. But this Christmas I have to be organised because I'm going away. So I have to get move on. I want an extra layer, I've decided. Which I think that's what I did, an extra little white layer. So I just want to measure that. So that was 8 by 12 that I did that. So I'll do 8.5 by 12.5, just a little ½ centimetre bigger. I'm sure my panel on my original card was a little bit smaller than this, but it still works nice. But in terms of a sentiment, I'm going to keep it super simple and just stamp underneath. And I'll just find my one that I used before. I think I might have left it in the bag that I took with me. Yes, well, that was convenient. Let's see if I can find another. I can use this one, that's no problem. I've got Warmest Winter Wishes. I like that one on here. I'm just using the Night of Navy again, stamped directly onto the card. Decorative tree. I've got that actually here. One of those. I like all of those. Or did you mean this one? Because I've got them both on my... also got the other tree one somewhere. That might be buried. Anyway, I've got that one now. Doesn't matter what sentiment you use. So I just I don't know if any of the people are watching that have placed an order already. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you the details for which I should have printed them out, which free gift you can pick, and your kits will be prepared and be ready for the weekend, so you can actually craft along with next week's, hopefully, if I can get them to you. And yeah, I just want to say thank you, because that's really, 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 I really appreciate every order, no matter how big or small. So that is the project for day 3. So hope you like that. This one, I mean, I'd love to see your attempts at these cards that I'm making. It's so amazing to know that I've inspired you to do a bit of crafting. That is just like the best feeling in the world. So keep sharing your pictures with me. I'll maybe do like a little compilation. I maybe even, feeling generous, it being near Christmas, is do another little prize draw among all the people that send me pics. Either send them to me privately or post a pic under one of the 12 Days of Christmas posts on my Hello Crafter page. And all of your efforts I will try and recognise, and do a little prize draw for you as well. So you might have a little bit of time over the weekend to do some crafting and go back and do some of the projects, or pick one that you like. So that's that. And I didn't have time to do anything with those papers yesterday, so let us open number 3. I can guarantee you I won't have time to do anything with them today because my list is humongous. I've got my team Christmas party tonight. Cannot wait. But yeah, I've got some organising to do for that, and I've actually got to tidy my house. I've got 20 people coming round for food and drink and games and a bit of crafting and just mingling. Oh, these are nice. They look like little loose sparkly sprinkles. Let's see what they look like. They're kind of golden glittery. So yeah, I think I can feel a bit of a shaker card coming on, which actually I will reveal early. Tomorrow's project is a shaker card, so we'll be using something similar to that tomorrow. Maybe I make a version of it with these products and show you the 2 different versions. Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Oh, thanks, number 3. All right, I will see some of you guys tonight. I can't wait. But I'll be back 12 noon tomorrow with project number 3, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and keep crafting.